Hey everyone, welcome to the Dallo Podcast. This is going to be episode 156 tonight. We're going to be talking about RPGs, memories, games, just, kind of shooting the shit about RPGs. Um, but my guest with me, of course, Wubs,
Hey everybody.
Anthony,
Hello, everyone.
Jason.
Yeah. Yeah.
So guys, let's start this off with what got you into RPG? What was the first game you played that was an RPG?
Hmm.
Well, I,
Yeah.
I know mine. If it was definitely Final Fantasy 2 in America, Final Fantasy 4 in I guess Japan, and was it
Hmm.
4 in Europe
Yep.
too? Do we know? It
Yeah, it
was,
was
yeah.
only
So
in
we
the
were
only in the US. It was
we were the only ones who got screwed then,
yeah, yeah.
basically. Yeah, of course. But yeah, no, I got that game for Super Nintendo in the early 90s. I don't even remember how I got it, but it is just burned in my memory as my first RPG. Still to this day, one of my favorite games ever. I know Jason's a big fan of it, so um, yeah, I mean, and I don't know what I could say that hasn't been said about it already on like every channel on YouTube. It's just an awesome game. So happy that it was the first RPG I ever played.
Well, that's the wonderful thing about this is that any story is always worth listening to. It doesn't matter how many times it's told, it's a matter of the perspective of the person's telling the story. So if you want to go into it, go for it. Don't be
Yeah,
ashamed or afraid to discuss certain characters, plot points, whatever.
I mean, I guess to a certain extent, at least everybody on this call, we were all enchanted by RPGs at some point in our youth, and continue to play them to this day. And I could easily say that Final Fantasy II was absolutely responsible for that. In my case, I don't have to give it to any other games at all. Just playing Final Fantasy II was so different from every other game I had played. The closest thing I had played to it was probably The Legend of Zelda
Hmm.
at the time in terms of just setting and storytelling, that sort of thing. But I'd never played a game with obviously that much text, that much, the whole thing was like being thrown into an interactive fantasy novel in a way. And as you guys know, like not every kid was into that. So I had lots of friends that didn't understand why I would play a game like that at all. In fact, I'd say most of my friends weren't really into role playing games as a kid. Um, so it was sort of like my genre in a way. Like as I was growing up, like I always felt like I was the only person I knew who really appreciated those games. I could talk about Mario or Sonic or Mortal Kombat, all that other stuff. Everybody played those games, right? But most of the people I knew in my small town wouldn't have picked up an RPG at all. So yeah, that's the thing. I guess it's just more kind of personal
Hmm.
in that way for me. What about you guys?
I I don't know. I NES. I had a bad luck with games. I don't consider Adventurer, which is the first game I ever played on Atari, an RPG. Even though it was a really good game. Um, but my RPG started on Super Nintendo. No, Genesis. Um, because no, was it Genesis? No, it was Super Nintendo because I had um like I said, bad luck with the Nintendo. I never picked up like any of the Final Fantasies. And then I played oh wow, I'm actually really getting ahead of myself. I Castlevania 2 was my first, or I would say if you want to get technical, Castlevania 2 was my first RPG.
I'm
Castlevania
clapping in my mental head right now because that technically I was trying to think of a game that represent RPGs well, and that would have been the first one for me as well. Not even thinking about that.
and Zelda,
Interesting.
the first Legend of Zelda was like an action RPG. That's what I thought it was, and
Hmm.
I played that. Most people have debated me to Kingdom Come on that one and said that two was more of an RPG. I
Two is
hated
more of the art. Two is more of the
Yeah.
RPG.
2 is more the RPG. I hated 2. I couldn't stand 2. I
You
broke
and the
2
rest of the world for the most
I
part.
I like to. I like to. Come on. But
I'm in that camp too. I like to.
You like 2?
mhm.
I've never really played it much, so I don't really have an opinion. I just know a lot of people talk crap about it.
It
I
is different.
I almost broke 2 controllers when he come up on the screen and would go "Arr, arr, arr,"
Mm.
because you would die, and I would say the controller smash on the floor. That was great music for the transition periods when like he would it would be like what, and then he would jump in and battle and um no, but it was Castlevania 2, and I played that game to no end. That is what started my obsession with Castlevania. It started my father buying me all the Castlevania games sealed, that I still have to this day,
Wow.
thanks to him. And really, it was Castlevania 2, and then I transitioned over to Super Nintendo, and Super Nintendo was like that's Super Nintendo is the the goat of RPGs besides PS1. I mean, PS1 is like
both of those are the perfect systems for RPGs.
and I transit now. I
Mhm.
don't want to take up too much time because I know Jason has to talk too, but I transitioned from Super Nintendo with playing a lot of those games, and my one story is that I had a chance to buy Chrono Trigger back in the day. Um, I overlooked Chrono Trigger and bought Illusions of Gaia because of the shirt. And I fell in love with Illusions of Gaia. Illusions of Gaia sparked me to pick up an encyclopedia and start reading about the 8 wonders of the world. Because that was in like the tower. They referenced the Tower of Babel and a comet, and it was a phenomenal game. Um, and then after Super Nintendo, I went to PlayStation, and but I won't get into PlayStation because I'll be here for 6 hours. But I
We'll
mean,
get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
PlayStation's good, but that's the road path for me with RPGs.
Yeah, I feel like if you had a Super Nintendo, that was the real gateway drug into RPGs.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I don't it's funny because I'm sitting here thinking about that. I don't know if Star Tropics is an RPG. I'm a humongous Star Tropics fan, and I never really talk about it a lot, but um maybe Star Tropics could it be like an like an action RPG at the time, or is it just an action adventure game? I felt like it was an RPG because you had like different weapons you could equip, and you had to go on like these quests to find things and figure things out, and
Mm-hmm.
dungeons like the whale inside of the whale with the sea, when the sub gets swallowed. um I thought maybe personally for me I would say it's an RPG, and I would
I
say
don't know if
start
I don't know if Zelda is necessarily or not. I mean, I know people debate
I've
that to
never
no end,
claimed.
but
I have never have viewed Zelda as an RPG ever.
I
Mm-mm.
never really did
It
either. I
doesn't. It's
just
an action adventure game. It has no RPG elements
yeah,
whatsoever.
I
Yeah,
just
Because
liked it. I just
um,
always enjoyed them, and I think maybe it's because of that some people think of it like an action RPG, but because you do like you level up your health, you unlock new
but
weapons,
you
but
don't
you
really
don't.
level. You don't level up though. You beat a boss and you get a heart
Yeah,
container. It's not like
right.
you're increasing your health, but it's not like
Yeah, it's not a bunch
you
of stats like
you
you
don't
have
have a
in
level. You're
traditional
not like level
RPGs.
1 and you get
Right.
experience points and you gain new stats and everything.
Yeah.
And it's that's
But I think the
that's
thing is like if you're into RPGs, if you're into Final Fantasy, if you just
Mhm.
like, stories about magic and wizards and things like that, you're probably going to like The Legend of Zelda,
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Like so I don't know. That's where like at least there's a similarity there. Like if somebody like if somebody had played a bunch of Zelda games and that they were really into it, but they'd never played Final Fantasy, I'd be like, "What are you doing? You need to try Final Fantasy." And vice versa. Like it's the same thing.
Jason.
I agree with you.
Yeah. So My first foray into RPGs, well, that I can remember anyways, it would be technically on the NES and somewhat PC if you want to go with those weird Sierra games like the
Oh yeah.
Quest for
Quest for Glory.
Glory and things like that. My grandpa had those games, so I was really interested in the adventure side of things. So I guess I would
That's
kind of
cool.
lean into the RPG element. The first RPG that I can remember, besides Castlevania 2, would be Dragon Warrior.
Mhm.
Hmm.
That would have been the first one. It didn't get hook me right away, but it led me to playing Final Fantasy with my friend. He had the big book, the walkthrough with
Mhm.
that really
Hmm.
cool art style in the front. And he's like, "Hey, I got this game. Let's check it out. I got the walkthrough if we need help." And we started playing it, and just it clicked with me a little bit. The whole adventure, and you get to have a party. And we were just starting to get into D&D at the time too, so that even helped the whole
Oh yeah.
transition of playing RPGs at the time. Even though I say Final Fantasy II, the SNES version, the one that you were talking about, probably cemented my RPG love for the
Hmm.
entire genre. But that would probably be my earliest memories is Final Fantasy, Dragon Warrior, and then some of that Sierra stuff as well. Um, this is something about playing a grandiose RPG, such as Final Fantasy at the time, Part One,
Yeah.
going on these mini quests, helping people, going to this place, going to the castle, fighting monsters, and like you start getting engrossed, even though it's a very simplistic story by today's standard. But at the time when I was like, what, 8, 9, like,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm on an adventure.
Right.
And so,
Man, 2 felt really epic when I was that age.
mhm.
Yeah, two
You
is two
know.
is good.
Yeah, when we
Um,
first played that and you had that opening scene with
the airship.
the airships, the five
Yeah.
airships, and it's that mode
Cecil
7
and
graphics. And
yeah.
oh man, you're like,
The
okay.
music is so good.
hmm There's
Um,
a reason why I love two
yeah.
slash four a lot,
Right.
even though there is some flaws. I can
Hmm.
understand that, especially with the story later on, the way they treat Dave Rose and Rydia near the end a little bit kind of annoys me nowadays, but I get it.
Hmm.
Um, no, it's the NES started it. SNES is probably as Anthony said, the goat of
Mm.
RPGs. Just it's such a fantastic system that became my favorite system of all time. PlayStation 1 has a lot of good RPGs as well. And same thing with the PS2. We have some of the best out
Hmm.
there. So,
I feel like Jason, PS2 doesn't get touched on a lot with the RPGs. And I really feel that PS2 gets overshadowed because of all the
mhm,
horror games that are on it. And a lot
Hmm.
of people
that's true.
don't really like
Oh,
push.
there's a ton of PS2 RPGs.
Yeah, I mean, you're totally right. Like I just before this call, um I was going through like over my games over there and I found La Pucelle and I'm like, "Oh
Hmm.
wow, La Pucelle's
Oh,
really
yes.
really good." And it's very reasonably priced. I think it's like $26 on eBay. And I'm
Hmm.
going to throw that in and start playing La Pucelle Tactics because I remember I really did love that game. Um, there's a lot like PS2 is very underrated when it comes to RPGs.
Yes.
Oh, it
So,
is.
Yeah.
And
And a lot of
Really?
people just don't talk about the PS2 as
well,
much as
it's
yeah.
PS1 or
it is
I
SNES.
never
under
thought of it as underrated. I see people on YouTube talk about PS2 RPGs all the
well, here
time.
here's the thing about it, right? So back then, RPGs still weren't, even though they were more sought after on the PS2 back during the PS2 era.
You
It
still
wasn't
had
a
to be
thing.
a cool kid. You still had to be a
Well,
cool
you
Yeah.
kid to play
yes,
them, didn't you?
well, it was that, but there was so many other people playing other stuff, like Grand Theft
Right.
Auto and everything else.
Yep.
And it wasn't until like, because like even horror games were slept on back then. That's why like some of the horror games are super expensive now because
Yep.
they're just not enough was produced on the
Yeah,
console.
that's right.
But
I would argue that really until the PS4 generation, it was a niche thing to be really into RPGs.
it was. You're not wrong.
It was.
It was.
At least in America. I don't know about Japan, but
it took
here it
Japan
definitely
was
was.
huge.
it took the shift in the market for RPGs to turn more action based than the standard turn based.
Yeah.
For people to kind of gravitate into it. It took Final Fantasy, 10 brought a lot of people into it. We know 7 brought a lot of people into it, but 11 was a whole different beast. And if you played 11, you really didn't play any other games because that game was phenomenal.
Right.
And then it wasn't until later on with other stuff like Persona, but it was later in the game that people started wanting to go into RPGs.
Mhm.
And before we go too further, because I want to continue the circle of how we started with RPGs, I have talked about this before, but I played tabletop RPGs since I
Oh
was
yeah.
7, and so I didn't get into RPGs. And yes, what Anthony said, probably Castlevania Simon's Quest was the first RPG I played because it has RPG mechanics. But as far as like a full-fledged RPG, actually would have been a turn-based, I mean a tactical RPG, and that would have been Shining Force. Because that came in out in 92 versus my actual
Mm.
first turn-based RPG would have been Final Fantasy VI. Because I was like, okay,
Genesis.
we're not playing enough RPGs anymore, like Marvel Rifts and all that, Star Wars, D&D. I
Ooh.
need to supplement that stuff. So I was like, I'm looking for video games that had RPG elements in it. So I didn't even play Final
Wow.
Fantasy 1 until later. I didn't play any of the Dragon Quest games until later. It was like I started with 6, well, 3, and then just went backwards from there. But then when Chrono Trigger came out, I was on board, and that's what blew my mind. That was the greatest game ever, and it is still my favorite of all time. But like, there's been so many other RPGs that have been so good throughout like my gaming journey that I love RPGs because they're just fun. I love being engrossed. Part of also the things for me for RPG was the fact that it made me a better reader. I didn't like to read. I read comics. I read whatever books I had to do for school, but like I didn't like to read outside of that. So playing RPGs, you had to read, and a lot of that
Especially
stuff
with the
was,
games that didn't have voice acting.
and a lot of that stuff
RP
was engaging.
I mean, RPGs taught you hard work pays off
Yep.
because you can grind.
Mhm.
And I hope Awaz, your ears are ringing to hell right now. Um, I I loved the Search for Evolution. Man, did I love that game. And
Evo,
I Evo, and I have a
yeah,
complete
Search
in
Evo,
box.
yeah.
I have 2 copies, my original as a kid and complete in box, and I love Evo. I played Chrono Trigger um couple of years ago. A lady from Hawaii back in like 2019, she was getting rid of it. Her son was going to college. She's like, "Oh, he has this game." I messaged her on eBay and I got Chrono Trigger for $42 with the manual.
Oh,
um,
shut the hell up.
That's amazing.
Shut
Back
the hell up.
back then it was cheap, man.
Back
Chrono
then it
Trigger
was
was
cheap.
not sought after for the longest time. It was
Yeah,
not sought after.
and really, like I did not know, and I'm gonna apologize for this now. I did not know because I like I said, I have a friend who had an import store for the longest time, and I always heard Dragon Warrior, Dragon Warrior, Dragon Warrior. We watched that thing I posted up in the group, the Dragon Warrior thing, where Japan did the live action with the symphony behind it. Um, and I've always loved, always thought Dragon Warrior was cool. Fast forward a couple of years, and a friend of mine was getting rid of boxed NES games, tons of boxed NES games. My friend Gabe, and it was funny because we laughed about it Friday, and I have every single Dragon Warrior for NES complete with the manuals, with everything like that. The boxes are in great condition because he's very OCD with that, and I have all of them. They're all sitting. I believe they're downstairs, and they're all maps and stuff like that. I did not know that was Dragon Warrior. I had no idea that those games were were Dragon Warrior. They were called something different.
In Japan, they're
Um,
called Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest, yes, but I didn't know Dragon. Let me rephrase this. I didn't
Yeah,
know
that's correct.
Dragon Warrior was Dragon Quest
Hmm.
when it
Yeah.
came to the States. And I found that out and I was like, oh my God, like these games are amazing. Like I remember like, watching my friend play them at his store and I was just like, wow, these are like awesome games. Um I think for me, uh RPGs were a way of escaping the BS reality of like high school, of
Mhm.
things with my mother.
Preach it. Preach
Um,
it.
yeah, and it just like it really was just like a complete escape from like all of reality, and it was nice to sit and at the time when you didn't have a lot of control over your life because either your parents controlled something or like my mother was very controlling, so to have control over your own areas like your RPGs where I'm going to level all these people up. I'm going to go here if I want to. I can make my decisions and stuff like that. Kind of felt like you controlled your own little world.
Mhm.
Um
Mhm.
so that's for me they were RPGs I will always always look for RPGs no matter where I go, and collect nonstop RPGs. I never stop. I think one of the biggest things for me is the Tales series. Like I have all the US release of Tales, Yeast. Yeast is phenomenal. Yeast is such a great
Can't get
great
enough
series.
ease.
I'll transition this over to you, Jason. Take care of Yeast because I know you know way more than I do with Yeast. So, I mean,
Ease is just an amazing series in its own right. And the first Ease game I played was The Wonders from the Weiss. I called it Weiss back
Yeah,
then,
number
but
three.
Ease
Yeah.
3 on the SNES. Even though there's a few different ports of that game back then, I think there's a Genesis. I think there's an MX version or something to that
yes,
effect. The Turbo, I believe, had or PC Engine, I believe, as well. But phenomenal action RPGs. Now they feel like action RPGs compared to Zelda, in my personal opinion. And that's been with the RPG elements and the leveling up system and all that stuff. But what an interesting storyline for adult Christian, who is the main character of almost every Ys game except for I believe one, which is Ys Origin. He would have been minus 700 years old if he was in there somehow. But how many RPG series can you say that has the same main character and there's like what 10 of them now?
Hmm.
right. That's true. Yes,
Mhm.
Yeah,
yes.
there's not
Zelda.
that
Let's
many.
do that. Zelda. No, 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 no. Link. Link.
Link is it has been multiple arc incarnations. It's not
Yeah,
just it's always the same Link
Oh,
over and over
true.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's he's like arena that when I found out about that and how Ocarina of Time broke the timeline
oh
of
my god,
Zelda,
yes.
that I had to get the encyclopedia and start like reading the Zelda encyclopedia
Yeah, I have that
because
too.
the green one, right? With the
Yes,
it's like the and I was reading, I'm like, oh my god, when did all of this happen? This is insane.
three different
Um,
timelines. God.
Hmm.
God, I
Yeah.
love. I will not get into. I think the Zelda games, like the Zelda series and Castlevania, are my two.
Mhm.
Just yeah, dirty little habits. But
I didn't even play Ease until later on, and I called it Wise because I was like, "Oh, it's
Yep.
YS,"
ease,
and it's like Wise. And then I heard Happy Console Gamer go, "It's Ease," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
ease or
Like
yeast,
Ease, Ease,
East.
ease.
yeah,
Okay.
East.
yeah,
Like East, I guess you could say.
yeah. And
Easy way to
it's
figure it out of
okay,
oh
Anthony. It's
god.
okay, dude. I mispronounce games all the time, or
Yeah,
names,
it's
or
all good.
words. It's all good. It's like, if there's no phonetics or a description of how you're supposed to say this word, it's like, how do you know? Like
Right.
I always called was it instead of Tifa, it was Tifa.
Oh, I
Mhm.
would say I
Mhm.
would just say
Oh,
howdy.
okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting. I've always said Tifa
To
personally, but
like
yeah.
TIFF, you know,
Oh, I see it. I see. Seeing what you can.
TIF and an A.
Yeah. Um, Another way to find out about that East, you can check out the anime. East
Yeah.
has an anime.
Yes.
Talking about the first two games, books one and two. Really good anime, actually.
It is a nice
I didn't want
anime.
to segue into anime period, but
I'm
it
trying
was
to
just
think of what another series that has that kind of, because like even like Breath of Fire
it's a
has,
different Ryu.
yeah, it's a different Ryu, different world.
Yeah, different completely.
Yeah.
Even Final
Um,
Fantasy's not. Most of them are different worlds, different characters.
Mhm.
So like to have a main character for 10 plus games in an RPG setting, I guess. Because I'm sure
the
there are
the
platforms.
only I mean like
Can't
the
think of
only
it.
series that did it close was 3 games, which was Richter, because Richter was in Dracula X.
Mm.
Richter was then in Symphony.
Excuse me.
And then I believe, well, no, Dracula X or Rondo is basically the same thing. And then Richter was in
So you would say
Symphony.
Alucard. You would say
A-
Alucard in a way. Yeah, because
I
Mhm.
mean,
He's
three
been in
and
multiple ones too. That's
yeah,
true.
Alucard's been in 3
yeah.
that I know of, which is yeah. I mean, Alucard's only been in
Well, technically four because you got the Arya, Sorrows, and
yes, Aria
Mm.
Sorrow, or yeah, those two, the two Arias, yeah, the two Arias, Legends. Alucard was in,
mhm.
and he was also in Symphony of the Night. I think maybe 5, but
Mm,
you
not
know,
bad.
but
Another
yeah,
one.
Yeast does it so much. Like those
Yeah.
games are amazing.
Another one I think of is the Legends series. There's multiple games of that. Like I think there's 16 plus games in there, but it's not always the same main character, but they do follow a few games. So, like,
Trials of Cold Steel.
yes, so I think the main guy in that is in what, four of them.
I think
Mhm.
so. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Estelle from Legends in the Sky, she's in what I think
I
two
love that
at the
series.
very.
I mean,
I can't wait to get
eh,
into. I can't wait to get into this.
That is
Suikoden.
such a good game.
Suikoden has, I mean, at least Victor and Flick in three of the games.
That's true.
And you have Ted in two of
Yep.
the games, and then so it's like there's quite a few characters that reoccur throughout the franchise. Because you
It's
really
just
can't
like, oh, go ahead.
you can't really say that for Wild Arms because it's a new protagonist every
Protagonist.
time.
That's right.
Same thing with the Tales series, except for no, because
Star
even
Ocean. It's the
Star
same with
Ocean.
Star Ocean.
Well, Star
Yep.
Ocean is cool because like the first two games, like you're playing the grandson or something like that of one of the characters.
Yeah, Star Ocean Second Story.
Yeah.
I remember too with RPGs, from what I know. Uh, no, PSO didn't even do it, but Star Ocean was the only game that called out and knew you were a player and there's some verse within one of the Star Ocean games. I think it was for PS2. And it was something like, oh, like the player or you're the player, you have to make the decision or something like that. So it was like an RPG that it was Star Ocean 3.
Yeah, it was still the end of time.
Yep.
Oh, and that's where
Because you
they
actually go into 4D space and try to
Yeah.
fight Luther, who is the creator,
Yeah,
and you're
of
trying to
the video game of the
survive.
Star Ocean series
Yeah,
from
because he
that.
wanted to destroy it. He wanted to
Yeah.
delete the entire system because he
Oh,
felt
wow.
like you got the main character. Well, the characters were just evolving too much. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. That game, wow.
I
Yeah.
love Star Ocean is amazing. It's and then I mean,
Till the end of time is my favorite.
Same.
I like
Yeah.
Second Story. Second Story was just I played Second Story so much I thought I was going to warp the CDs. I just play Second Story.
That's amazing.
Second Story is so good.
I'm glad I
So
got the
good.
remake on that.
It's
Although I'm
it's
kind
really
of
good.
considering getting a different copy for the Switch due to certain things. But
Mhm.
anyway,
So which console do you think you had the most fun playing RPGs on? I know we know that Super Nintendo was kind of the defining one, but which one do you had the most fun playing RPGs on?
This is tough.
Right.
This is tough. I would damn.
I think for me personally, it's kind of a tie between the Super Nintendo and the PS1. It'd be basically impossible to pick one over the other. My answer would just change every day.
I agree with you on that 1,000%. Damn. Oh
Um,
man.
the only reason why I will say the Super Nintendo, but because I find myself going back to the Super Nintendo when it comes to RPGs all the time.
Hmm.
I don't do it as much when it comes to the PS1 or the PS2. I still do, but like Nintendo is like I'll go back to it. Like for instance, playing Chrono Trigger recently. I'll play Breath of Fire 1 and 2. Go back to Final Fantasy 2. And I don't find myself doing that as much with the PS1 era. I don't know why, because there's a lot of games that are just amazing on the PS1 and the PS2. Um, I don't know. I think that's the reason why I say the SNES for me kind of edges it out, and I don't have a definitive answer on why. Maybe it's because that's where I grew up, mostly in the NES, SNES
Hmm.
era. Um, but I've been playing games since I was a kid, and I'm almost 50 now, so it's like 30 plus years, you know what I mean? Or 40, I guess at this point. But yeah, I guess that's my answer. May not be the most original answer, but you know,
No, there's nothing wrong
Mine.
with that. That's the whole reason why we're asking the question. So
yeah.
I
it's
mean,
your
mine.
opinion. It's your thoughts.
Let me see.
Not to say
Mine
the
would.
PS1 or PS2 is not good. The Amazing RPGs on, so sorry. So
for for mine, it would probably have to be uh PS1 and Saturn.
Saturn has some good ones. Mhm.
Saturn's nasty with RPGs. And I only choose I say PS1 and Saturn because a bulk of my collection is working design. And I've collected a mass
Mhm.
amount of working design games. Um my original Vanguard Bandits, the game drove me absolutely like batshit crazy, and I had to get a Pro Action Replay just to play it because there was no grinding levels. Um, First time I played Albert Odyssey, I just stayed up until I think it was like 6 in the morning
Did you use
playing
it
that.
as a OST as well, where you can play the tracks off the disc as the music
For what? For
for
PlayStation?
Albert Odyssey?
I didn't know that.
Oh, really? Oh, sorry,
I
I
never
didn't
knew
know.
that.
I used to do that all the time with that game. Sorry to interrupt. I yeah,
No,
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 you're
I
good.
don't
You're good.
care.
I was just curious if you did that. Oh, go
No,
ahead. Sorry.
I didn't. I never knew that. I didn't know that like you could do the audio off Albert Odyssey.
Mhm.
I knew you could do it off of a Symphony of the Night and Alucard Talks, but that I mean, PlayStation was.
This is a
I mean,
PlayStation Black disc.
yeah, cut no, cut one contains computer data, but please don't play it. But you probably won't listen to me anyway. And then
Anyway,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm a little. I can't because I'll go deep end off the board with Symphony of the Night, but um yeah, I just it was Final Fantasy VII was Jesus. Final Fantasy VII was groundbreaking. I I I mean, that is one of the greatest games I have ever played, which was 7 besides Chrono Trigger. And I played Chrono Trigger late in life, but I mean, um 7 was phenomenal. Uh and then X2, but really my favorite games. And I know you didn't ask this, Vince. I'm sorry for running off on a tangent,
No, go
but
ahead. You're good.
No, no.
uh, Lunar and Lunar Two. I love
Mhm.
Lunar and Lunar Two, and I mean Lunar Two is it's Lunar Two is amazing. Like the talking in the game, and just like Arc the Lad was cool. I mean I liked Arc the Lad, whatever it was like that, but Lunar and Lunar 2 have to be like one of the greatest games like I've ever played in, and they are phenomenal. The talking, working design was on top of its level. I mean, okay, so translation patches were stupid and you had, dumb stuff in Albert Odyssey, but I mean, to this day, one of my favorite games of all time would be Magic Knight. I I I own the dolls from Magic Knight. My friend imported them for me. I own all three of them from Japan with the alternate clothing and everything like that because I loved that game. But it was a great way for me personally, like I said, to escape um reality and play these games and be like the protagonist and grind and really like you feel like your time is getting invested in like saving the world. It was a great mental reprieve from playing from real life. It was an excellent mental reprieve from real life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut up now. So
We can
I'll
all
let you
gush
guys.
over all these games.
Yeah,
Like
and
I said,
I'll nerd out here in a minute after Wubs.
Um. Oh, I'm sorry. What was the question again?
uh
the most fun you had with
With what console do you have most fun with playing RPGs?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I already answered, right? I said it's impossible to pick between the Super Nintendo and the PS1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Really,
okay,
yeah, I'm sticking with
you're
that.
you're taking the safe answer.
Yeah, I mean, it's the true answer. I mean, like literally, I think you could just flip a coin. I don't think. I think the only way you could pick between the two is if you had a big preference in pixel art versus 3D. And even then, the PS2 has a lot of great 2D stuff as well. So it's it's not even necessarily the best way to do it, right? You can still play Lunar on PS1.
Hmm.
Well,
So
that was part of the magic of it, right? Because you got the best of both worlds with the PS1, with having 3D,
yeah,
uh, 2D sprites on a 3D background, 2D sprites on a 3D amazing painted background, or 3D sprites on a 3D background. It was just all over the place.
it was everything.
It was so much, and for me, like it used to be Super Nintendo being like my favorite for the longest time, but like I have more memories that I'm fond of just outside of just playing on the PS1, besides the games surrounding that console. That's why it was like for me, it was I love the PlayStation controller. It was the best evolution from the Super Nintendo controller. And and it's amazing that Sony has really kind of kept with that design and layout for every release of their controllers throughout their history. Um,
I will say, if you want to expand the question to just console versus console, I would definitely pick PS1 over Super
mhm.
Nintendo because of the expanded library beyond RPGs, plus its library of
Oh
RPGs. I
yeah,
do think that beats the Super Nintendo for me personally,
it
for
but
sure.
as far as like RPGs, like I Chrono Trigger eventually came there, and it was the definitive version to play for the longest time, even though it had bad
Oh
load
well, if we're
times.
if we're counting ports, then yeah, definitely.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
I'm
I
saying.
I just
You're
assumed we
yeah.
weren't.
No,
Like,
no. I'm talking about what console. Like that was the question. Which
okay.
console you felt had the best experience for you for playing RPGs?
Well, I think that's the thing though, is like at the time, right? I played anything you would have wanted to play ported on the PS1. I had already played it on the Super Nintendo. So
Hmm.
for me, it's associated with the Super Nintendo and not the PS1. And that's why I sort of defaulted to that because you got Final Fantasy 4, 6, and Chrono Trigger on the Super Nintendo. That's a hell of a trifecta. I don't think there's three PS1 games that are better than those games.
Suikoden
Um,
1 and 2.
I haven't played them.
Let's see. Vandal Hearts is great.
Mm.
Let's
I'm
see.
not saying that they don't exist, but
No.
you're asking me what my
I know.
experience was, and
Well,
I'm
I
telling you,
know.
like,
I know, but you did make a statement of I don't know if there's any bet RPG on the PS1 that could beat those three being ported, and there are
well,
really
no,
good
no,
games.
I was saying I don't
Yeah.
know if there's three that are better than that I played.
Okay,
I don't
that
think
makes
there
sense. I
were.
apologize. That makes sense. But
Yeah.
if once you play
No,
Suikoden,
I'm not
like
gonna try to
yeah.
argue like, oh yeah,
Oh no,
these are
no,
the
no.
three
Yeah,
best
I'm not trying to
RPGs
argue, man.
ever. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
no.
No, but that goes in the whole thing like why the PlayStation 1 probably was the best for me for RPGs because you know I was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 playing that console. So I was like in my really like my coming into age of being an adult. And there was some phenomenal games on that system.
Oh
And
yeah.
you think about like the Lunar games alone being they're not just like ports. These are full on remasters with like reworked dialogue. They touched up the animated cutscenes. They added this extra level of polish that wasn't anywhere on the Sega CD version.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But you also had Xenogears. You had Brave Fencer Musashi on the Square end. You had Breath of Fire 3 and 4 on
Yep.
the PlayStation.
Do you own those?
I have 3. I don't have 4. I have 4 digitally, but I don't have it physically.
The
But Persona, the Persona
yeah,
series
the
started on
two
that console,
personas.
and those two were fun. And it was really cool to play a dark fantasy RPG that you couldn't have done on the Super Nintendo. Not in that style, not in the limitations of a 16-bit console. You probably could have, but I mean, I don't know how it would work.
I mean, also remember too, a lot of one of the games that's super overlooked on PS1 is Kudoka,
Yep.
and
I would love to
no
play that.
Yeah, I'd like to play that one
Kudoka, like
too.
I want that one bad, and like everybody overlooks it. And then let's also call it too. Mega Man Legends was an RPG, and I did not like the Mega Man games because I am not a platformer person because I was
Mhm.
destroyed by Mario and then Super Mario. So I I was destroyed by those games. Uh Oddly enough, when I was at the store today, my kid asked me about Mario, and I just felt in the pit of my stomach rage,
Mhm.
and I was nope. I said sure. I own some of these. I walked away. Um,
Mhm.
but honestly, just like man, Tactics Org, Valkyrie Profile, a game, one game that have fought with people on is I am a huge love of Beyond the Beyond.
Oh,
I
Beyond.
love I
A fun
love
game.
Beyond the Beyond. I've had people tell me the game is total garbage. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. Um, and stuff like that. I love Beyond the Beyond. I thought it was a phenomenal game. Another game that most people don't talk about too is Legend of Dragoon. Legend of Dragoon is solid. Um, excellent, excellent game. Uh, you don't. PS1 has just stupid amount of good RPGs. It's very hard to say coming off of Final Fantasy VII with that hype and then going to Symphony. Symphony is one of the personally, I think one of the greatest Castlevania games. I love Symphony. I have like three different copies of or four different copies of Symphony of the Night, and I love that whole game completely. And that was one of the best RPGs, action RPGs, whatever you want to call it, I've ever played because of the different equipment to grind levels, different weapon drops. Final Fantasy
Uh,
VII was good.
well, we had the birth of the technically Dark Souls with Kingsfield because it was a From Software's game on there.
Oh, really?
Mhm. Both of
Oh,
those games were on the
wow.
PS1, and they're, I know they're not like anywhere near what they are now, but those games were tough, and they
Which game,
were
sorry?
full. Kingsfield 1 and 2.
Yes, I was
I
just
never
thinking of
knew
that. Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I had
they're
that.
From
That was
Software.
actually, I think
They're
I
fun.
had Kingsfield 2. I think it came with my PS1 when I bought it.
Hmm.
I think that was actually the first game I had, and I thought it was really tough for me because I was really young when that happened. But I thought it was cool. I enjoyed it.
Oh, they were
Well,
hard, so don't worry. I mean,
Oh,
even
yeah.
even us, even like veteran players at the time, like that game was tough.
was
You
Nightmare
will want to
Creatures
save so much in that
Yeah.
game. Oh
was,
my God.
was like
Nightmare
Nightmare
Creatures?
Creatures a Souls like game or no?
No,
Kingsfield? Well, I
no.
believe From Software did that,
Nightmare
right? Oh,
Creatures.
oh, Nightmare Creatures.
Yeah,
No, I don't know that one. as well.
That was more of a horror hack and slash kind
Oh,
of
okay.
game, especially the second one.
Yeah. I do have an
Puzzles.
interesting question for people though. Which RPG did you have the most fun with?
Oh boy.
And it could be any console.
Oh boy.
I, if you want to throw questions out there, I'm just saying. I have one already, and it's gonna be on not my favorite system, but it's on the PS1 actually, and it is a tactical RPG. It is the only RPG, technical and RPG, that kept me glued to my seat for hours on end. And I know Anthony loves this game too. Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh my god.
That's a
That
great game.
game beat out 7 for me for so long because of how
Mm.
glued I was to the seat.
God,
12 hours a
Tactics.
day playing that game.
Oh
Wow.
my
I
god.
loved it
Oh man.
so much.
Tactics.
Tactics is good.
Tactics was jeez. Oh my I think I discovered I had OCD when I played Final Fantasy Tactics because I should yes.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
hey,
I
that's a clean
just
copy.
man,
My original.
I had I posted in our chat because I fired up the PS2 when I had my memory cards in there. I had 27 different save files with different teams of one with monsters, one with this, one with that. Tactics was and still is. I mean, I could sit and play the remake, and it's it's funny. You brought that up because I was doing something with my wife on Thursday. She was watching me play Tactics on the Switch too, and she's like, "You're not even looking at the system, and you're just like moving so quickly on things." I said, "I know this game like better than I know my own children." I said, I could sit and play this game for hours and hours and hours on end. I love when once you get a calculator, that game just completely explodes into something monstrous.
Yep.
And calculator, two dragoons. I mean, a monk with like ninja abilities with dual swords for a samurai, and you're just like, whoo! And then Excalibur with Orlando and Agrius. You're like, but I'm not going to get into that. We can make a whole podcast on
Just
FF14,
on
but
Tactics alone.
I just
Yeah.
yeah. Um, I would second what Jason said and say um it would be Final Fantasy Tactics, and if I could have a second close second, Symphony of the Night, and then close third for me would still be Illusions of Gaia.
I love Illusion of Gaia. That made me want to travel.
Yes, yes.
What about you, Wes?
Interesting. I think I'm gonna go. I mean, it's hard to just not say Chrono Trigger by default
Right.
for
Yeah.
everything. But having said that, if we weren't gonna just default to Chrono Trigger, because I think that could just be the answer for everything tonight, I would say much more recently, Persona 5 is by far the most fun I've had playing an RPG. It's not even close.
So much.
I
to that
did
game.
like what I played of Dragon Quest 11, but I haven't finished it yet. But it's a beautiful game. I think of more contemporary stuff for sure.
This one's hard for me. I've played so many, and it all just depends on like whatever mood I'm in. And yes, it is hard to sit there and not say Chrono Trigger because it's a game I can play anytime, any
Yep.
moment, all the way through, and not be bored with it.
Mhm.
But I think it's going to come down to probably Suikoden 1 and 2 are the ones that I've had the most fun with because I enjoy the process of collecting 108 characters, all with unique personalities and stories of their own. The combat, the difference between the first game and the second game, and how the battlefields would be like, because you had like different style of combat. You had duels, which were one on one, between you and another character, and then depending on what the phrase they would say was depending on what kind of attack they would do, and was this rock paper scissors type thing. And then you had the standard turn-based combat with 6 players in your party as you would traverse and do your thing. And you could have in the first game, you could actually have every one member of the 108 in your party, but later on in installments, and even like with 2, only certain characters would actually be party members. Because you might have a chef that he wouldn't be in combat. He would be sitting there cooking. You'd have your blacksmith. He's not going to be fighting in combat with you. But the cool thing is that you got to build a town or a castle or a kingdom or a community or something. And I love that aspect. It's something I want to see. I love seeing more in games, and it was really cool playing Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood and being able to rebuild in Italy and everything. And, you would put money down and build stuff and build up these things, and it would generate money for you. So anytime any game has the ability to build up your environment or make something happen, I'm there for it. And we
Have
just
you
don't see
played
it enough.
Eludian Chronicles?
I have it.
Um,
I'm halfway
okay.
through it. Yeah, and that's actually a spiritual successor made by the original team from Suikoden.
It's
Yeah,
very good.
Yeah,
it's
Very
good.
good.
Yeah.
I need to sit down and finish it. It's one of the one I started, and then things were going on. I didn't get back to it.
I
I got the PS5 remaster of Suikoden 1 and 2, but I haven't played it yet.
You should. There are
You
the
won't be
definitive
disappointed.
versions.
Mhm.
They've added, like, if you got when you got it, it came with that code in the box that gave you some benefits to when you play it. Like, it gave you the prosperity rune and the another rune, and like you get 5,000 no 50,000 poach, which is the money currency in the game. So starting
Mm.
out, you're already at an advantage when you play
Wow.
the game.
Okay.
And they've even added something I didn't even know. So I'm playing through Suikoden 2 again. They're a third time. And so there's a character name. That was something else I was going to talk about with 2. One thing about 2 is 2 actually made it to where there are events that can happen that are missable. That doesn't mean that you may miss one of the 108 characters, but there's a plot line where with a character named Clive and him
Oh my
trying to
God.
track down this character named Eliza. And you have to get to a certain point. You have to start an event that starts the quest. But then you have to progress fast enough to a point in the game where you can recruit Clive with a boat to get to this area to get this note that she leaves to find out where she's at next. And if you don't get there under 20 hours, you'll she goes, oh yeah, well the guy who gives you the note says, yeah, she said if you didn't get here in time that she wouldn't be at the location you're at, and it'll tell you how many days you missed
Mm.
out on that quest, and you most likely would miss it unless you're focusing on that. And the rest of
Wow.
the quest takes you through the whole game.
Yeah, he's
And
quite the character to get.
but it makes it
Oh,
to like
wow.
it makes it to like where you're speed running the game. So like there's certain areas where
Mhm.
you don't need to follow, but you can go into the remaster and turn off the event timer so
Yep.
you can still do it. And I didn't know that playing through it the 2 times I did. So my third time I'm going to go through it and get that done because I've never been able to do it because it's really tight and hard to get that.
Yes, I
That
did it
time
a
frame.
long time ago, but my God, it's a tough thing. He's so much easier to get in part 1.
Oh, he is. Yeah, he is. But you can get him, but you can't finish his quest if you don't get there in time to do the rest of it.
Right?
Mhm.
But he's
Uh,
completely missable if you don't activate the cutscene in Moose, which is one of the towns you end up in the very beginning of the game.
So there's some stuff that we're talking about RPGs, and there's series, I guess, that because my whole shtick for collecting is RPGs and shmups, and that's it. Like it's just straight RPGs and shmups. I play shmups to relax, bullet hells to relax, which people find me insane, but I I mean, but not to get into any of that, but some some RPGs people don't really talk about. And I looked at my list before this. One of them is Hogashima. Not many people really talk about that type of RPG. It's very good. It's like a tactical RPG from
Yep.
Atlas. Another one is Evil Eyes. No one really ever knows Evil Eyes or talks about it. I think it's like one of those ones that are brushed under the rug. It's
Mhm.
very affordable if you like retro collect. I think it's like $26 or $12 or something. Um, and one of my favorite ones is the Saga series, which is Saga Frontier 2. That one is interesting where you could guide the people into battle, um, and do stuff like that. Those are interesting RPG games, and normally when you talk about RPGs, it's like a very traditional. Oh, like you're doing this, and this, but um, there are like a different form of RPG, which I think is Etrian Odyssey. And yeah, that's a like dungeon crawler game and stuff, and I get it, but it's like RPG meets dungeon crawler because there's a lot of RPG elements where equipping weapons and
Mhm.
you know, like you have to have luck in order to get like these drops and go back and fight an enemy and then get these drops again. Etrian Odyssey is another phenomenal game that came out on the Switch that you can get as well.
And they were
And
on the 3DS as well.
yeah,
And they were cool because you
exactly.
can actually. So it's kind of very similar to like if Beholder's Gate, some of those older style Lands of Lore, if you ever played that
Hmm.
on PC, dungeon crawlers. Well, what's cool about Etrian Odyssey, you have you can basically draw a map when you're playing the game, so you
Yeah.
know where you're going. It doesn't automatically generate a map. You have to do it yourself on the stylus, which is really cool and unique. But
Yeah, that is neat.
I only ever played the Persona crossover, the first one that they did on the
I haven't even
DS.
heard of it, to be honest.
And then
I'm
there's
intrigued though.
Etrian Odyssey.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
You would love it. It's anime style
Hmm.
characters. You would
Okay.
I love Etrian Odyssey. It is such I saw an old acquaintance play it for retro achievements, and I was there like every night on the stream, like playing it, like just watching it with him and stuff like that. It was a phenomenal game. And one game I'll make an honorable mention, then I'll shut up. Is Riviera: The Promised Land that came out on Game Boy Advance, came out on PSP, and it was just released on the collector's edition on Play Asia. Riviera: The Promised Land is like a tactical um no, it's a tactical RPG where you have like angels and they're fighting like demons and stuff like that. You have to reach Riviera, which is the Promised Land. It is a hard game. It's an Atlas game, but it's with animation involved and like having its own like separate designers like to animate everything on it. It's a really good game to pick up, or even to emulate. I suggest you use cheat codes because it is hard, but it's a good solid RPG, and you don't talk about these games like this because everyone immediately goes to Final Fantasy, Dragon
Yeah.
Warrior, Dragon Quest, and all this other stuff. No one ever talks about like these type of games, Wild Arms and games like that.
Brave Fencer Musashi.
Yeah.
Oh, Sashi.
Hmm.
I just love a lot of the characters have names that are like food, like all
Yeah,
you can eat at a castle, and
I loved that game when I was a
oh,
kid.
it was so good. It was just so good. A lot of fun, funny game too. It's very had a lot
It's
of
one of those
comedy to
series
it.
I wish they made a lot. I wish they still made them now
Yeah,
because they
same.
were just fun.
Two didn't do well. That's probably why it didn't.
Yeah,
Which
probably.
game?
Musashi, the Brave
Oh
Fencer
yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
I was
Eh,
going to mention, well, or I got to thinking when you were asking about what was the most fun you had playing an RPG, Jason. I, the more I thought about it, I remembered Super Mario RPG.
Mm.
That
For
was a
me
fun.
personally, would be a contender for that because it's
Mhm.
just so adorable and fun. You know, it's lighthearted, but you got SquareSoft's mechanics. It's so like technically, it's such a good game. You know, um,
I mean,
and
fundamentally, it's great. I mean, just the sprite,
yeah,
the character look, the story. It's fun, lighthearted. There's so many like Easter eggs. Like being able to take mechanics from Mario and then somehow weaving it into an RPG. You think about the fact that like there's two spots that you can go get a star, and then you could just sit there and grind, killing enemies that just come on the screen without having to fight them because
Oh,
yeah.
that's
you have
crazy.
the power star to just take them out. There's just so
Yeah, I
much.
love that one.
I love the secret, the enemy that had the Final Fantasy
Yes.
four boss music in it,
hmm
where you fight the four crystals or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, I
That
forgot about
was
that.
so good. Such a fun
I like the
RPG.
enemy too, like the giant sword. You know,
Hmm
like I just thought he was cool. And
Smithy, I think it is.
Smithy,
Smithy, yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
Smithy, yeah.
like I love that, and I don't know, just like that's a really special time because that was like the end of Super Nintendo and the beginning of 64 and PlayStation kind of happening. I think when that
Yeah.
came out,
hmm
I
and
mean,
that and like I don't know if there's ever been a better time for Mario for me personally than Mario RPG and Mario 64, right? Because they came out pretty close to each other. And I just always think of them together because it's like the last Super Nintendo Mario and the first 64 Mario. Like that was a really special time.
that was hard
hmm
for me because I couldn't get into Paper Mario at first, like the first one. I just because like I
Mm.
wanted RPG. I was so good. Like, why couldn't you just work with Square at the time? Because we
I
didn't
didn't
know.
understand that either.
Well, it's because the Fallout. They were working on seven,
Mm.
Right.
and Nintendo was like,
Right.
look, they had already done the split where they weren't going to work together with like incorporating the PlayStation into the Super Nintendo as being its next upgrade instead of it being an actual new system. And they were like, we're going to do cartridge, and it's like Square's like, no, we can't put what we're working on a cartridge.
Boy, and I get it from Square's perspective. I've
hmm
always sided with them on that. I
Yeah,
I just
Yes.
I don't see why Nintendo couldn't understand that, and get over it. Um,
I get it. Understanding the fact that like at the time Sony was the one manufacturing the discs, so it'd be
yeah.
another thing that Nintendo has to go through somebody else instead of going through themselves, which is what
I
they
mean, I
did with
get it from a business
yeah.
perspective for
hmm
them, but at the same time, it's like I don't see why there should be a lot of bad blood over it.
No,
At least from Nintendo's side, just like what do you expect them to do? Make shittier games?
it's a
I
Japanese
mean,
thing. I mean, that's all I can say. Yeah, I
like,
agree. I agree. I
yeah.
agree. It's just a
hmm
Japanese thing.
Well, I'm glad they're
What-
putting some Square games on the
Oh,
Switch
I am
these
too.
days. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
there's companies out there too, like you talk about. I always felt the bastard child of the whole RPG scene was Koei Tecmo, because Koei
Mm.
Tecmo like just creates these wildly weird games, probably made with like RPG Maker. And now they're doing like the hey, like my life as an isekai slime turned into like a level 450 end boss that could shoot
Made with
lasers
the
out of their
AI
toes.
program from
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
2015.
hey,
They're using like AI from 2015 to make their little
I
RPG
mean,
Maker RPGs.
I played one of them, and it was an option for 50 cents to buy like 1.5 times XP every time you fight an enemy or something. So I just did that for 50 cents, and I was trying to play the game and get into it, and it was like an isekai style game. And I'm just like, Kobe Tecmo, I don't know what the hell you're doing. I'm a gigantic NIS America fan. I've always been an NIS
Yes.
America fan. Like I have a the full collection of Rune Factory, and I happen to like them a lot. Guardians of Osmo was a phenomenal game. I thought that was great. Actually, I'm probably going to pop that in tonight and go back to it if I could pull myself away from FFT. Um, but yeah, there like that Phantom Brave. They came out with a remix for that, and what's cool too is like you want to go into like collecting RPGs and stuff, and you want a fair value for the bang for your buck that you would for a collector's edition. And not to talk up like NIS America or anything, but I got this dungeon game. It was like Dungeon Munchies. It was based off of that anime. I think it was like the food dungeon one where they go into the dungeon and eat the monsters and stuff. I got like two
Mm.
glass salt and pepper shakers, an actual apron, like a barbecue apron with them, and it was only $100. And I think like NIS America really does their collection well. They phenomenal. If you guys ever want to play it, tactical RPG game that if you follow the whole world of oh no, now I'm gonna draw Fairy Tale. Fairy Tale
Mm.
2 is is wonderful on the Switch.
Mm.
Absolutely wonderful. And you have so many characters from the Fairy Tale series. You could build them up. You can grind out your levels, follow the whole story. I actually stopped playing that game because I was scared that I was going to end the game, like go through the full game, beat it, everything, and I wasn't gonna have anything to play. And I stopped a little bit, but I'm gonna go back to it. But it's the like the unsung heroes of the RPG franchise that fall under that shadow of Square Enix that not a lot of people know about, but they're really, really, really good fantasy games to play, and they're for reasonably priced stuff.
That's cool.
So I mean, I think you're on mute, Vince.
So sorry. No, it looks like the Rune Factory games are on sale on the Switch store right now.
Oh
Ooh,
wow,
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I'll have
they're
to
very
check
good
that out
series.
too. I've never played a Rune Factory game. It's an
Neither
anime
have
style.
I.
They are farming games. Farming, dating sim, RPG, build your towns up,
Hmm.
type of esque games like that. Yeah, they're like a lot of farming and stuff. I love farming sim games like Harvest
So it's
Moon and
in line
everything.
like
Yeah,
with
true. I should
Harvest
have
Moon.
mentioned that. Yeah, I
Harvest
love the
Moon.
first. I had the first Harvest Moon for Super Nintendo. I love that game. That's a
Yeah,
great
Harvest Moon is
RPG.
great.
Totally different from what we played before that. I was like, as far as I know, that was the first farm sim game ever.
As far as I know, it was the first Super Nintendo. At least as far
Yeah.
as like for console.
Hmm.
And that blew my mind. Like the fact that you could date people, like different girls in
Yeah,
town, like you could raise a family,
it
you
was
could
so
build up your
good.
farm, your house, like you could that whole quest where you go to get the golden axe and all your other equipment
Hmm.
with the fairy and stuff. That was just like that was so cool and
And
unique.
is
My mom
anyone?
was heartbroken because I traded it in for GoldenEye.
Oh wow,
That's quite a switch.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like
Well, I had gotten a 64 finally, and GoldenEye had come out. It was like that Christmas that it came out, and I could get like $70 in credit or $60 in credit for Harvest Moon to get GoldenEye for basically nothing,
Well, which is
something like
crazy
that.
because like I couldn't find Harvest Moon anywhere. I didn't even know about it until oh man, like I was 22 after high school.
Hmm.
And but like I remember having the SNES or SNES, whatever the emulator was at the time, and then Nesticle.
Decent. Yeah.
yeah,
ZSNES.
Yeah, and then
Or
SNES 9X.
downloading Harvest Moon to check it out. I was like wondering what this was, like loving it. I'm like,
yeah, it
man,
was
I'd
so
love to
good.
find this. And it was one of those games I just sought after because it was towards the late in the life of the console.
Oh boy, I wish I still had it now. That thing's worth over $1,000 now.
Jeez.
About $400. I
Not
know that.
CIB.
Well, yeah, true. Not complete, but
And I had it CIB.
card only.
Damn.
Wow.
But yeah,
Yeah,
no, there was so much stuff that was good back then.
there's like a lot of crazy games. I mean, a lot of like just RPGs in general are huge, and I think they really have taken off. That whole like a lot of the Nintendo Directs are just all catered to like RPGs and stuff like that now. It's all straight, and God bless Nintendo for that, because if you're going to continue the good fight of doing
Mhm.
physical games, even the damn key cards, I don't even care at this point. It's just like, you know what, Nintendo, you have like my business with this. Um, I mean, I'm really, happy about that. I mean,
At least you
also
can
too,
resell the key card, right?
Yep.
yeah, I mean, like
Hmm.
you can do that definitely, and it's just like another series we didn't even mention was the Atelier series, the Atelier Riser series.
Hmm.
That's there's so many games. You can get the collection on the Switch. I think it was like 2, 3, and 4 or something. I saw it at the convention on Friday. I didn't pick it up though, but I mean, you could definitely get those games, and they're really good RPG games. You build up your town, go around and stuff like that. If you don't mind, like a Japanese and reading the subtitles, you're fine with that. Those are like turn-based games. You can grind out levels. Uh, most of other stuff, like I said, NIS America. There's two of my favorite are Crystar and Cry Machina. Crystar is really it's good. It's like a good RPG. No one ever talks about that. And then Cry Machina is also like an RPG, and you have like a mechanical body that you go out and fight and stuff, and those are very good. They're both from NIS America.
Mhm.
So you could find companies that have RPGs and stuff, then go from there.
One that was cool on the 360 was the Costume Quest. It's based around Halloween. There was two of them.
Oh yeah, I
You're
had one of those. Those are good.
Yeah, those are really good fun RPGs.
Costume Quest?
Hmm.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
same.
Let me see. I don't know if they're on. I wonder if I probably you probably get them on Steam. There was no
Oh,
physical release on them for them or anything.
I don't know if it counts, but um, I really loved the first
I'm sorry. There's
Demon
three of them.
Souls on
There's three.
PS3.
Oh wow, yeah, Demon Souls was good.
Sorry, there's three games in the franchise, and they're not that long of RPGs. Let me see. You can get it on Steam for $10. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Those are
over
really fun.
$15 over here.
Yeah. And it was made by Double Fine, so
What's another really interesting PS3 Gundam Warriors, Gundam Dynasty Warriors,
or two games.
what for Gundam?
Which one? Dynasty War? The
Gundam Dynasty Warriors or Demon Souls?
Well, no, because like if well, there was only really that one, like the Gundam Sagas, wasn't it? Not that was an action RPG. Because I mean, you really can't count. I mean, can you? I guess Dynasty Warriors Gundam as RPGs.
It's like you basically have to do things to get, like, you play as the Gundam
Hmm.
and the character. So I don't know if that's an RPG or not. I always thought it was, but I mean, as we move forward, like the clearly defined roles of like RPGs are it's kind of like a gray area for me. Like I never knew what was a real RPG and what wasn't. I just thought it was an RPG and I just played it for the hell of it.
Well, I think the further you go, like getting into contemporary stuff, RPG mechanics have infiltrated a lot of other genres.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mass
I
Effect,
mean, that's true.
the Mass Effect trilogy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
I was gonna ask you guys if anyone played the old Heroes of Might and Magic games in the 90s.
no.
I think I played one.
Those were, I don't know if you would say, I mean, I guess they were technically a strategy RPG because you would build up your kingdom and then you'd have to defend it. And in, I believe it was turn-based strategy battles, if I remember correct. Maybe eventually they were real time, but the ones I played, I'm pretty sure the early ones, they were turn-based. And they were really fun. I like those games. There's a lot of them now. There's probably at least 6 or 7 games in the series.
Mm-hmm.
I think they recently did a remake of the first one.
So I take that back. I was trying to correct myself. There was only 2 of the costume game. I know they were thinking about doing a third one, but it never happened.
Yeah. Oh, another great one that everyone should play, whether you're into RPGs or not, is South Park: The Stick of Truth, because it's just a
Oh
fantastic
yes,
game.
and the fractured butthole.
Oh, yeah.
I never
Oh
played that
yeah,
one. Was it as good as Stick of Truth?
it was good. It was
Yeah.
really good. Yeah,
I've got it on my Steam account. I just haven't played it yet.
and Cartman was
Yeah,
the
it was
coon.
surprisingly good.
Nice.
It was
Yeah, I
yeah.
couldn't believe how
Those were
good that
games.
was mechanically. Stick of Truth. I was not expecting it to be, at that level.
Stick of Truth was great.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
had
this everything about it was good. Like there was nothing weak about it that I remember. Mechanically, the story, like if you're a fan of the show, it was like fantastic.
so I'll channel Zombie and bring up Pokemon. Pokemon was
Oh
an
yeah, yeah.
RPG.
Yep.
I
Pokemon.
never, I did not play Pokemon after Red. Uh, that was it because Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. Well, it's really Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, PS1. I just thought they were great. I wasn't a big handheld person for uh you know Game Boy or game whatever. So um, do any of you have any experiences with the Pokemon games?
Oh, I have a lot. I mean, I've played
Hold
every
on.
one. I mean, just about.
And
And they
my
were all
experience has been just like looking at these PC ports that are coming out of the original ones that I've been sending you guys. Like I'm definitely interested, but I haven't played any of them yet.
Like, so
what about-
what do you want to know about the
I just
Pokemon
like
scene?
in general, like, have you had good experience? I mean, like, I only played Red, and then from Red to Sun, I know nothing about any of them. So I never played anything in between, and that was it. So I was wondering, like, how are they? I mean, like, are they good? That type of stuff.
So, my favorite will always be the second generation, of course. So, gold and silver and crystal. But like, I first picked up my original copy of Pokemon Yellow, which is the first game I picked up for the series back in like 99, 99. And then I got the Pokemon Yellow with the Pokemon Yellow Game Boy Color.
Mm-hmm.
Played the
Oh,
heck
cool.
out of that. Me and my friends were trading. We went ahead and completed the Pokedex. We went to different tournaments. Went to the Pokemon event that came then where they were giving out Mewtwo. It was kind of like the tour they were doing for the first movie as well. But I've played all of them. I pick them up, play them, play 'em with my friends, and then like whenever Diamond and Pearl and Diamond and Pearl and Platinum came out is when I was dating my wife just before we got married, and that's when I got her into it. And then we've picked up a copy of every game so far ever since.
Wow. So
Yeah.
she's really into it too.
Hmm. Yep.
That's
And I
cool.
got my son into it too. But like my nephew was into it, and my niece is into it now. And it's just kind of been this thing. Like since I started being a fan of it, they became a fan of it too.
So will you get like one color version and your wife gets the other one so
Yep.
you can collect them all?
Hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, and usually what I'll do is I'm the one that goes and I'll get one starter, put it into transfer it to her, start the game over, get another one, and I'll make sure that we have all 3 of the starters when we start the game officially.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm that crazy about with it sometimes.
Pokemon was pretty cool. Sun and Moon, I played the hell out of.
Hmm.
Ultra Sun and Moon, I got the books for, read them, played the hell out of that. Those were a lot of fun. I mean, just in general, like the Pokemon is a good time. I just have a lapse, and that's a lot of years that I have a lapse for Pokemon. Never really got into it that much.
Well, it was hard to miss. I mean, after a certain period of time, it was like you were just kind of, if you were a fan, you got them. But like if it wasn't getting, it didn't seem like when it got to the DS, 3DS era, it wasn't getting the love it should have
Hmm.
for a while there. Like, so if you were a fan of it, you may had a couple people playing it. That was about it, unless you were going to conventions and things.
That's
Um,
true.
so it makes sense that you would have probably missed anything between, unless you were really kind of following the series. And I'm not talking about the cartoon because, like, you could watch the cartoon or not, but just the games themselves.
Is the cartoon good? Do you like it?
Hmm. Yeah, the anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cartoons are good.
Yeah,
The
especially
movies
the
are really good
movies. The
too.
movies are the best.
Yeah, the
Oh,
movies
cool.
are so good.
Do you have to watch the cartoon to watch the movies? Like,
They do they are canonical. It's not like Dragon Ball where,
mhm.
like, you watch Z and then you watch the movies. They're not technically part of
Yeah,
canon. They may take place in an era that's happening in the storyline, but they're not canonical.
gotcha.
But if you want, the best one to watch is let me look it up. I don't have my phone. I would look this up right now, but there is a Pokemon animated miniseries that follows Red instead of Ash. So the main character for the first two games was either Red or Blue, hence
Hmm.
the color of the cartridge. But it's always kind of been
Um,
determined it's Red is the main character's name. And so they did an animated series that basically follows the story of Red going through the first game, like him finding choosing his first Pokemon and his going through the gym battles, him fighting Giovanni. It's really good. Um I'm just gonna cut this for time, but
yeah, because in most games, it's usually red. People say, "Oh, you're gonna fight red now. You're gonna fight, this. You're gonna." Yeah, like it was red instead of Ash.
yeah, it follows Red. It is called Pokemon Origins. It's a four-part miniseries released in 2013 to adapt the original Pokemon Red and Blue video games, following Red's journey from Pallet Town through his battles with gym leaders Team Rocket and the Pokemon League.
That
It's
seems
really
pretty
good.
interesting.
It's really good.
That does seem really good.
And I think they're all on YouTube. At least they were for a while there.
Has anyone played Earthbound?
Oh, I
Oh,
love
yes.
Earthbound. And see what's cool was about Earthbound was the fact that I played Pokemon first. Then my buddy let me borrow his copy of Earthbound. And I was like, "Oh my God, it's a modern RPG and it's like utilizing the same it looks like it's exactly the same like art style and visual look for the world. If you play Pokemon Red or Yellow or Blue and then play Earthbound, you see there's a lot of similarities as far as the look of that game between those two games.
I should play Earthbound.
That's
Never
such a
played
good
it.
game.
Played like
Really?
maybe 10 minutes of it, and then that was it. So
Oh, you need
it's
Wow.
to.
not bad.
It's got a great world building. The characters are very quirky. The RPG elements is fantastic, and the music is uh, crazy, to say the least. But
There's
such
so
a
many.
good game.
There's like cameos of characters that are kind of like
Mhm.
the Blues Brothers,
Yep.
but they're called the Runaway Team, the Runaway Five.
Yep.
Is it very
Um,
music oriented?
yes, actually, it is.
Okay.
The big part of the story is the music because you
Kind of
go
like
on a
Rhapsody.
yeah, because you're trying to you get tasked to go find these melodies that are spread around the world. So you're actually traveling, kind of like Illusion of Gaia. It's a
Oh,
different
wow.
location. You have four characters that you meet up with that are your main party members. Um, and what's cool is like so there is a meteor that crashes in the town that you live in. Everybody's like you get woken up by a character that is technically the main villain to go figure out what's going on. and you meet this character called Buzz Buzz, who tells you all about what's going to happen about like this character Gigas who's going to destroy the world and everything, and you got all this time to try to stop it. And you get your special abilities, these psychic powers, which is based off of whatever your favorite thing is, which is hilarious. So if you put pizza, it's like your pizza attacks.
Nice.
That's why it was the scratch and sniff stickers.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
that makes sense now.
It's kind of
That
cool.
particular anime.
That makes sense.
They're totally
Okay,
worth
this-
playing. It's worth playing.
Oh yes.
It's got some quirky mechanics.
Yep.
Because like when you get hit by an enemy, sometimes like there's no set damage. It just ticks down. It's just
Really?
yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
so it
weird.
gives you a chance to
Counter it.
recover.
yeah,
yeah.
to recover from it.
Nice. That's really cool.
I gotta try that.
Did you guys ever play well, you guys haven't played Dark Deity, right? Because we were talking about it in the chat.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the new one I just played that I really enjoyed. I put like 40, 50 hours into it, and it's like a manga style love letter to Shining Force, basically. It's really cool.
Which is
Shining Force slash Fire Emblem, I'd say. I haven't played a lot of the older Fire Emblem games, but my understanding is it's quite similar to those as
very
well.
similar. Yeah, Shining
So-
Force Shining Force and Fire Emblem are very, very similar.
Mhm.
There,
Yeah.
but the problem with Fire Emblem is the fact that it has permadeath, which is
Yeah, which
Yes.
this game does not, which I was thankful for because I haven't played any strategy RPGs in a long time. So this was kind of it was like challenging, but it wasn't so challenging. Like my units died and it didn't affect the story, which was nice.
mhm.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I got it free on Gogger at some point, but it's like $5 if you ever want to check it out. But I
Yeah.
love the Shining Force games. I really liked what I played of Fire Emblem Three Houses. But I haven't played any of the other. I haven't played Shining Force 3 or any of the other Fire Emblems.
I should
yet, but I'd really
play
like to.
3. I need to play 3 through 3 on stream. I actually
Yeah,
need to play
this-
through all of them.
3
so that
was
I
on
can-
Saturn, right?
Yeah, it was only on Saturn.
Yep.
And
Is it the same pixel style or is it 3D? How did they
It's
do
3D. It's 3D. But the what's cool is the way they did the sprites for the characters. It's very almost like Mario RPG style.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kind of
that's
like
cool.
clay animations.
it? Oh, yeah,
3D.
Tactics Ogre kind of. That's
yes.
cool.
And but
I'd love to play that.
the sad thing is that we only got part 1 of Shining Force 3. It was actually designed and released as a 3-game set that wasn't a set, but it
Wow.
was 3 games for the whole complete story. You play one protagonist in one, you play another protagonist in another, and you play the third protagonist in the last one. But they're all each telling a different side of the war of what's going on.
Wow, that's cool.
And it's really cool. Now there is a guy out there that had been working on, and I think he finished it, working on a
And
translation.
translation.
Yep,
Yeah.
for the other 2. And you could
It'd be
get
cool
those.
if that's done. Maybe we could emulate them and get actually
Would
like,
be nice. It
get
would
the
probably
story.
play
Nice.
Yeah.
the other 2
I
parts
know-
of it. Yeah.
I know.
this is the kind of thing where it's like it pisses me off because I'm assuming it's Sega, right? Owns the property.
He does.
Is it Sega?
Yes.
So this is
Yes.
they've sat on that for what 3 decades now. It's like they could have at any time done a remaster, full translation, re-release.
You're right on
They're
that.
doing other Shining series.
Yeah, that's the thing is they're doing other Shining games that have nothing to do with tactical RPGs, and they've been doing that since the PS2. And
No one
drives me
cares
crazy.
because like, I didn't even know about that. So it's like,
Anytime you see a
I
Shining
heard
name
that
in
like
there, it's more
Shining
likely.
Force was coming out, like if Sega was going to remaster the trilogy or whatever, I'd be like, shut up and take my money.
Mhm.
You know, like
Well, that's what I'm hoping with the whole whatever they were doing with the new Sega stuff, where they were going to start releasing newer releases of the older games with new stuff that they had advertised like 2 years ago. Because they're going to do like the new Sonic, the new Streets of Rage. There
Right.
was Golden Axe. quite a few others, and I was hoping that Shining Force was going to be on that docket for something new. But the problem is that the studio that made the Shining Force series left. That
Mm.
is Camelot Studios or Games or whatever.
They're
Those
out
are
of
the ones.
business.
Yeah, they are the ones that made the Golden Suns games. But they're
Oh,
also the
man.
ones. They're also the ones that made their first game when they moved to when their new studio and stuff outside of Sega was Beyond the Beyond.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Yep,
That's why
that's
if you
right.
play Beyond the Beyond, it looks very similar to the Shining games.
It
Wow.
does. Shining Wisdom, Shining Holy Ark.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
And you can
definitely.
tell
Those are
with the
great
Golden
games.
Sun series as well that has that distinct Camelot feel.
Yep.
Oh, it's definitely true.
I think you would like Dark Deity in particular, Vince, because you mentioned really enjoying collecting all the characters in Suikoden. Dark Deity has like 50 characters in it. That all they're all unique. They all, have their own
It's
story beats and stuff.
and it's on the Switch also.
Is it on the Switch?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I didn't know that. That's cool.
I'll have to see if there's a physical or digital copy of it.
I have to
Especially
look
where
that up. I've
I
never
don't
heard
know
of
if
it
there's
before.
I don't know if there's a physical. That would be cool if there was, but
Yeah.
it's a very small game. I mean, in terms of size, like it's only like a gig and a half to install it. Like you could play it
That's
on
not bad at
basically
all.
anything.
So
You know?
there's the game itself, which is 25, and then you got the game plus the Suns Out Swords Out DLC, which is
Yeah, the
like
DLC,
$5 more. So I'll
right?
probably do that for the Switch. And it does look like Shining Force. I can totally see it.
Yeah. Um, I would just say do it on the Switch if you want. I mean, is that physical?
I know. I mean, as far as on the store, it's not. I was gonna see. I saw it what looked like a cover that like it was a
I mean, unless
physical
you just
release.
really want to play it portable, you can get it on Steam for like $5.
What's it
At
called
least
again,
Oh,
sorry?
in the sales.
Super Rare Games has it.
Dark Deity?
Yeah.
Okay, it's
And
sold out on
there's a
Super Rare Games.
sequel
Sold
out
out.
now. Like you can, Dark Deity 2 is out. It's supposed to be better quality of life improvements and stuff. And they're making a third game now. I believe it's in development.
So there was a limited run release, and it's on Amazon right now,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's
How much is that
$60
for Switch or?
for the Switch.
Yeah, I mean, I would honestly say like try it out, like on Steam or GOG. Like pay a few bucks to play it, and if you like it, get the limited run version. I
Mhm.
mean, I think for you, I could probably safely say you'd probably think it was worth it.
Oh yeah, no,
Get
just
the
looking at it
limited
looks
run
worth
one.
it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you would. I think you would really enjoy it. If you want to go that route.
I might just pick it up.
Okay.
I might pick it up digitally anyway for right now, and then if I
Mhm.
can later pick it up because I want to see what it is on eBay because I might be able to get cheaper on eBay than Amazon.
Sure.
People like them; they like their stuff too much on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
32 bucks
They
on Steam for
do.
me. Yeah.
Is it really?
It's
Yeah.
what?
It goes on sale
$32.
though. Go to and this is good for anybody. Go to allkeyshop.com and then you can type it in and see like what the best
Oh,
prices are
I've been on
on
that site. Yeah.
a bunch of different sites. I just know like it regularly goes on sale in the $5 range, like when there's a Steam sale, stuff like
There's Steam
that.
sale. Yeah.
So I just wouldn't pay. I don't pay more than 10 for a digital copy, is what I would say. The second one you can get for like around 10 to 15 in a sale.
Um. Yeah, and it's just there's quite a few RPGs that have come out over the years. Also, there's one that I got on my PS5 uh, uh that I watched a video from a YouTuber that recommended, and it looks fun. It's a game as if it was released on the NES. It's called 8-Bit Adventure 2. I guess there was a version as
Okay.
Cool.
well. And it looks
Sounds
really good, and
familiar.
there is a physical copy you can get.
How much is it?
Let me go look.
It's also Land of Trash. That's supposed to be an RPG game. Think that's called the name.
So the
I
Switch
wish they would
version,
make a. I wish they would make an RPG of that trash anime that's out right now. That's so good. Kodakama. What is it called?
They are. They're making a
Oh,
game
are
out of
they?
that.
Is it going to be an RPG?
I don't know, but I've seen. You can look it up, Wubs.
That would be so
It's
cool.
coming out. It's
Which
called
are anime?
Kingdom of the Dump.
Kingdom of the
Okay.
Dump.
Kingdom of the Dump. Yes,
All right,
it's
so
What a
I
title.
posted the link to it on in Discord for it, but
Okay.
it's the Switch version is $58. I think I got it way cheaper than that, but if you look at the artwork on it, it's gorgeous. But basically, you live in a simulation,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's really fun. It
Yeah, that's so
reminds
cool.
me it reminds me of Mystic Quest, honestly.
I was gonna say it. It sort of looks like the early Final Fantasy pixel art.
And it's so good. It looks like it's actually like an early Super Nintendo game, even though it's an
Yeah,
8-bit game.
right. It looks like a mix of like the NES and Super NES Final
Mm-hmm.
Fantasies. It's cool.
If
Yeah, it
you
looks
guys get a
very
chance,
interesting.
look up Kingdom of the Dump.
Kingdom of the Dump.
It's really it's a very interesting game.
What a title.
It's something else.
Kingdom of the Dump. Okay.
I didn't even finish typing it in Google and
Yeah, it
pulled it up.
auto.
It's
So
a
that's cool.
it's a very cool game.
All right, I'll check that out.
Gachi Yakuta is the anime, Jason, about the trash dump.
Oh, okay.
Gachi Akuda. I'm glad you like knew how to see that because I murdered the name out of that anime.
Oh, that's my best guess. I could be wrong. That's just not what it looks like to me.
I just say
hilarious.
trash anime.
That's literally what I googled was trash anime.
Yeah, trash anime, and it comes up and it's just wild.
All right, we can probably wrap this episode up, but I wanted to check something.
I can't believe we went through this whole episode and we barely talked about Final Fantasy VII.
I mean,
There's
we've
just so
gussed about it.
much.
We've gussed about it already a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, in other episodes. So it's like it's good to give spotlight to other stuff.
Right.
Well, yeah, I wanted to hear more of like obscure stuff personally, but like, yeah, Final Fantasy VII definitely. There's a reason why we've talked about that a few times, and
Right.
very revolutionary.
and
know.
whenever Revelations comes out, we'll be gushing about that and talking about it after we finish it.
I'm going to play that game until my Switch explodes.
I'm gonna be taking off and playing it for a week.
I'm gonna.
I did with all the other two.
Octopath Traveler 0. I put 872 hours into it.
Good God.
That
Wow.
game is that is.
I mean, I love that game, but I can't imagine putting 800 hours into it.
Yo, because
That's
you see,
awesome.
the way my mind worked was when you're at the end of the game and you have all the characters that fight at the end. My mind was, well, my main team is level 90 and these characters are 32 and 40. You guys aren't going to help me. You're going to get wiped. So I had to bring each individual set of characters up to 90 and grind them in the busted ship, the sunk ship, and grind and grind and grind each set of characters until the whole span of characters was up to level 90. And then I went in and I like destroyed the boss to no end with overboosting characters and just I love
that's what I love doing. I love doing that too. I love just destroying the boss at the end. It's like they're all cocky. You're weak mortals compared to me. I am a god, and it's like smack. He's dead. All right, let's go.
Yeah, right. One hit, one shot him.
Right, Saitama. Why?
See, that's the beauty of a lot
punch?
of RPGs. is
Yeah.
that you can overpower if you really want to put the time and effort in almost every RPG.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. It's absolutely true. Octopath Traveler though was they're gonna come out with Octopath Traveler 3. But Zero was the first Octopath Traveler I played. And man, it was so good.
I still need to pick up Zero. I don't think I haven't picked. No, I did
I
pick
gotta
up Zero
try any
finally.
of
I'd
them.
like to get a
Yeah.
physical copy of the first one on Switch at some point.
It's very
So-
good.
I know we talked about this before, but not on the podcast. But the Rhapsody, the musical adventure, which is the one on the PS1, the original,
Mhm.
Mm.
that is only on the PS5 digital for 15. So it's not even on the Switch. I went and looked,
Really?
and I was trying to look up because I was like, I want this.
That's surprising.
And so it's like maybe it's one of the things that after I decide that I wanted to, or I may just pick it up, but wait till I can actually, download it because I disconnected my PlayStation from online.
Right.
But yeah, 15 bucks for that. But the other one, the two, was it Rhapsody 2 or whatever? No, it's not number 2, but it's like the second game. That one, the one that came out recently, that's on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try to look
minute.
up how much of it is because when I was looking,
This?
which one?
Hold on a minute. Oh, I have to move all this crap over. Oh, this isn't on the Switch?
Nope.
I thought it was.
Nope. I just looked it up. It says it's only on the release on the PlayStation.
So
Digital.
which is the one I have?
It's the second one.
They came out with a second one, but that was released on modern consoles?
Rhapsody.
Huh.
Wait, hold on. I take it back. Is it? It is. Okay. But it wasn't there when I just looked. I literally just looked on my Switch and it wasn't there.
I'm almost certain it was on the Switch.
That's crazy.
I'm almost certain it was on the Switch because I have this and I was like, oh my god, I have the same game, and it was on the Switch.
Okay. All right. Then I know I have to buy it from Sony. All right.
It was on NIS America put it out.
Let me
Look it up on eBay. I think it's there.
I really wish we could get like current sales statistics for digital and physical games from Sony.
Real.
I'd love to be able to
numbers?
see, like what are the real numbers in the last 6 weeks. I would be just fascinated to see if it's been a significant change.
Considering I took off some of my pre-orders from PlayStation recently and went to the Switch route.
That's what I did. I mean, because I know that Onimusha Way of the Sword is going to be on Steam and it's going to work the GeForce Now. I'm going to run them on PC. There's no reason for me to get on my my PlayStation. I'll emulate it, or now I'll stream it that way.
Yep.
And thanks again, I'm going to be getting Tales of Eternia on a different console, probably on the Switch.
Oh well, take back my This is it. Eternalize.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember seeing the cover of that.
I don't think I've ever seen that one. What is that? It's an RPG.
It's an RPG where you get like their golem. I don't know if they're like really golems or if it's just like you're a puppeteer, like a magical puppeteer, and you take like animal spirits or something and put them into like puppets or whatever, and they fight with you, and it is a tactical. Cool. It is a tactical RPG.
Oh, nice. That's very cool.
It's by Crave. It's not bad. It's woefully underlooked.
I gotta check that out then, because I'm just getting Dark Deity just really whet my appetite for more tactical RPGs that I can play on my computer with my mouse and like don't have to do anything else. It's like just chill and direct everything with one hand. Like I'm just feeling really lazy, and it makes me feel like I'm actually doing something productive because at least I have to think.
That's
play my strategies.
That's the second game right there.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the Marl Kingdom one. It's not the first one. It's the second one. That one's 59 or $50. But the first game
Digital or
is,
physical?
I think it's both. It's both if you
Mm.
because both of those actually had that one had a physical release.
Nice.
You know,
Man,
it's funny
15
you
bucks.
were you were talking about these.
Oh yeah.
I
Let's
know.
go.
I know. That's
Oh yeah.
Although Persona 2 has 2 games to it.
I want to play all those at some point. I've only played 4 and 5.
Yeah, they got the
Well,
two
actually,
discs.
no. I played
Yeah.
Reload
you're missing the
3,
manual.
but
No, I have both manuals. Both manuals are over there with the Persona stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's going to
I
be
have
a
to.
bit of a tonal shift with part 1 and 2 if you haven't played those ones.
Yeah, those games are not like what Persona 3 going on.
yeah,
No,
I've
they're
watched some
not.
videos about it.
And
They're
But it's
not.
okay. I mean, I don't mind. I'm just curious to see
They're dungeon
what they're like.
crawlers.
You know.
they're real.
Yeah, they're
They're
more closer to that.
real dungeon crawlers. And then on top of
Yeah,
that, what's
that's
cool
cool.
is that there is a second game like that one, Internal Punishment or whatever. That one
Yeah.
is technically the third game.
Mm.
There was a game
Mhm.
before it, and that one's cool because it like deals with that the heroes going up against a corporation that are trying to change reality with like the internet and stuff, and it's
Oh
really
wow,
cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah, and then that one,
You play a reporter, I believe.
yeah,
Maya.
that one you play a
Yes.
reporter investigating the events of stuff that happened in the second game.
Yeah.
And some other stuff, and it's good. It's really good.
That's very cool.
No,
Tatsuya
my
Suo, and then what's his brother is a cop or something like that. The
Mhm.
guy with the glasses. Yeah, well, there's 2 guys with the glasses, but you know what I mean.
no, the case cracked during me moving, so I have double. I bought doubles for these.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
So I took the manuals out and I was gonna replace them, and I never got a chance to really to do that. But now that they're here, because they just sit on the shelf, and then I forget with other crap, so I'm gonna replace that. And then I got but
what's
they're hmm?
I was gonna say what's cool too, Wubs, is like that first game. There's
Mhm.
like I think a total of like 8 or 9 characters that you can possibly have in your party, and like you can miss them completely, some of them,
Mhm.
and not even be able to get them. They're not like I said, like the newer personas
Wow.
where it's like, oh yeah, you have a set group of characters and you just get them through the
Right.
progression of the story. No, like
Mhm.
what was cool about the first game is like it had multiple paths and multiple endings and
Yeah,
Nice.
different story progressions, and it was cool just on based on your choices.
Oh, I like that. I think that I mean it adds a lot of replayability, obviously.
But
Just doing
there's
that.
one part in that game that'll get you stuck, and that is when you go to the arcade on the other side and you have to fight that ice queen. That maze is a pain in the butt to get through.
Don't worry, I'll
Out of
be
all-
emulating it, and I'll
all
have
of
a lot
them.
of save states. I learned that from Final Fantasy VIII, man. I've never made it past the Ragnarok on Final Fantasy VIII because
Oh
I
wow.
got
Okay.
I didn't have a save that wasn't on the ship,
Mhm.
and those aliens you got to fight were so OP. They kicked my ass. I couldn't grind to level up because they just kept killing me. So I never finished Final Fantasy VIII. That's one of the things I really want to go back and replay at some point. Whole
oh,
should.
eight
thing.
is great. I
Eight's
love
8
eight.
is
fantastic.
great. Although
Yeah.
you
I mean,
can break
I
the
liked
game.
it a lot. What I played of it, didn't get into the Ragnarok, but I never beat it.
Mhm.
The music, I think the music in 8 is probably my favorite of the whole
It's
series.
such a good soundtrack.
It's a great
Yeah.
soundtrack. Man with a Machine Gun is my favorite of all time.
I love that track.
But I love the whole story about like the connection between all the characters, and you know, getting to meet Squall's dad, and like the the whole thing of like love transcends generational things, like, and
Yeah.
it's without getting too much into it, like just like the thing between Squall and Renoa is because of something between their parents.
I had
it's
a
really cool.
friend who's that was her favorite game. A friend in high school, one of my only friends who played RPGs.
Mhm.
She was obsessed with 8. She wrote fan fiction on the internet in the late 90s because she was so into it. You know, like,
Really?
yeah,
That's awesome.
Wow.
yeah. She read fan fiction and she wrote fan fiction. She was obsessed with that game.
Since we are on this, we're talking about Final Fantasy and everything. How is Diverge of Cerebus?
It's good. It's
It's action, right?
yeah, it's an
It's
action
more
shooter.
actiony, yeah.
It's an action
Like
shooter.
Devil May Cry.
Yeah, in a way,
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah.
Okay.
You really shoot things. I mean, you're wandering around shooting stuff. It's not like
I
Call
mean,
of Duty. It's a third person
you are
game.
playing Vincent, so that
Yeah.
is his primary
Yeah, I
weapon.
mean,
Mhm. But you have your
Yep.
limit breaks. You turn into your beast, and it's a good story. It's really good. And
Yeah.
it's got the animation style from like Advent Children.
oh
Like,
wow,
yeah, some
really?
of the
Yeah.
cutscenes are like they use the same engine and stuff
Mhm.
that they did for that movie for
It's
that.
really pretty.
Advent Children's amazing.
And it takes place 4 years after end of the first game or end of 7.
Okay.
Because like Advent Children's like 2 years, and then Dirge of Service is another 2 years or something like that. It's worth playing. It's not great, but you still level up, you still get materia, all that affects your stuff. Because like you need all that stuff when you go fight the big bad at the end and the hidden boss.
Yeah, for a side story, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then two honorable mentions too. I think Vince, I remember talking to you about this one. Animusha Tactics. That's a
Oh
very
my
good
god, I
game.
forgot about that.
And then
Okay.
there's
I didn't even
the
know about that.
yeah, Wubs, and then that's really good. You could emulate that, no problem. And then
Cool.
there's the other one, the Fire Emblem Awakening, I think it is. The
Yeah, I've heard
DS.
about that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
That's a tactical RPG as well, which is very
Mhm.
good. And then um side note,
Awakening is one of the most popular Fire Emblems, probably,
yes,
right?
It is.
probably, yeah. It's really good.
Mega Man Network
Monster Hunter.
Battles is an
Mhm.
Oh,
RPG.
Network, yep. Mega Man Network Battles is excellent too. That's good. Monster Hunter came out with stories. I wouldn't play the first one. The second, the stories 2 is great if you like Monster Hunter. It's a turn-based RPG. Um
Oh, cool.
where you can also sneak into dens and raise your monsters with you
Wow.
and have like the build up the monster's attributes through skills that you inherit from other monsters. Monster Hunter Stories 3 is also it's good. It's very short, but it's good.
So the
Um,
thing with that was like you're using monsters to kill other monsters. Is that
yes, but they're
okay?
your monsters. They're your monsties, as
Okay.
they call them, to
Mm.
ride
So
on
it's
and
like
do other stuff.
so it's like a more violent version of Pokemon, basically.
It's some, yeah, I mean, it's something like that, yeah. And like you're raiding dens and like taking monster eggs and using those monster eggs
Hmm.
and incubating them and everything
Cool.
to build their monsters and like I dumped hours into that because I love Monster Hunter. I just thought it was a great game. But
I've
yeah,
got Monster Hunter World for PS4, but I never got really into it very far.
isn't would you like classify Monster Hunter as an RPG? Like action RPG ish?
I mean,
I don't.
you do battle and you kind of level up your monsters, but you feed them and stuff. It's not like you actually. Man, it's been so long since I played Monster Rancher. But I mean, it was so cool being able to like put in any disc, any compact disc, and like putting your American AOL online disc that you've had forever in a tote somewhere, and putting it in there just to scan and get some random monster.
Wow, that's
Well,
cool.
what
I didn't
about
know about that.
Digimon?
I didn't play any of the Digimon games,
I
so
haven't
I
played
wouldn't know.
those. One series I was really interested in, though, again, tactical. That I don't know. It just has that sort of wacky anime style. What was it called?
Oh, you're talking about Disgaea? Not Disgaea.
Yeah,
It's
Disgaea.
The
Oh
Skya.
yes, yes.
Yeah, that looks really
Yeah.
fun. I haven't played any of them though.
yeah,
You guys
because
played those?
Yes.
I played 4 and 5, I think.
The Sky
Oh,
is
they
good.
you
With the
like them?
Prinnies
Mm-hmm.
and the yeah, they're good. The Sky is
Cool.
damn good. If you like the Sky, you should play Phantom Brave. Phantom
Looking
Brave is very good.
Phantom
look in
Brave.
Discord. Look in Discord. I just put
Okay.
I just found it. So it is physical for Rhapsody. With another game, of course, but it's in a box
Oh,
set.
cool.
$40. It's not bad.
Where did you find this?
Oh, it's NIS Classics together.
Yeah. Yeah. NIS. Put that out.
I'm probably gonna grab that.
Wow, that's actually got a soundtrack, doesn't it?
Yep, it has a
It's
soundtrack, art
actually
book.
physical.
Yep.
Oh my God, what is this? 2007? Holy shit!
Dude, the original, if I pull the original Rhapsody out, I have the soundtrack with it. I mean, that was great. Came with the soundtrack, came with everything. It was wonderful.
Well, that's actually kind of tempting
The
for me too.
the link is broken for me, but could be because I'm in Canada.
I have to see if I
Give it a
don't know where
moment.
the hell my
It'll
person is.
or it broke for me until I refreshed the page and then it came up. Like there was something.
Oh, okay. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, it says can't reach this page. But let me
Here,
try refreshing it.
let me do this. I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna send it to you.
This one
Okay.
has La Pucelle, Ragnarok, and Rhapsody together.
La
La
Puce-
Pucelle.
La
I have
Is this
that
the
on
one
the
you were saying you've been
PS3.
playing,
Yeah.
Anthony?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. La Pucelle is so damn good.
Hooking
cool.
up my brothers with stuff that
Neat.
La
little
Pucelle.
bit of arm grease of looking for stuff.
I mean, La Pucelle's good. This one gets no love either.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Arcanalica. I don't know if I've even heard of that one. Was that action or turn-based?
It's an RPG.
Yeah, but what style though?
I don't remember, to be honest with you. I think it's like an action RPG. I haven't played that one in years. And then, of course, I mean, like everyone talks about that, but you get the
Dot hacks, yeah.
Ooh,
My roommate in college had one of those Doc Hack games for PS2. I never played it, but it looked really cool.
I love that with the anime.
anime. I know what
Hmm.
but no, what's great about the dot hack, it felt like you were playing an MMORPG, even though you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
your characters will
Those
get
were so
emails
good.
from
Yep.
your
It
friends.
was
I loved it.
I
Sword
think
Art
that's
Online
like
before
the
Sword Art Online.
that's like
Exactly.
what I would
SAO.
enjoy.
SAO is great.
Yeah.
That's
A lot
like
of
the
games for
only
that.
way I would want to play an MMO is like if I wasn't really playing one.
Oh, say okay. So get this. It's sold and shipped by Video Games Plus, so you could probably get it from them. Jason.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to find it. It's like it's being weird for me, but I went to Nissan Line, so I think I can possibly do it through there.
So I have a question for you guys because I'm getting into strategy RPGs again. Like, what are your favorite strategy RPGs?
Hmm.
It could be Western too. It doesn't have to be Japanese, but Japanese, Western. We got Vandal Hearts, Vince.
Yep.
You got that? Yeah, Vandal Hearts.
Vandal
So
Hearts
good.
is good.
Vandal
Pretty
Hearts.
good.
What else you got?
Tactics, of course. Front Mission
Right.
3 is
Front Mission
amazing.
3.
From Mission 3, yeah.
What you can get
That was the other one I played a lot.
I recommend getting the remasters. You can get all those.
Oh yeah. Any of these, I'll just play
Mhm.
whatever the most recent version is.
There's
Yeah.
La Pucelle. I got that on
La
the
Pucelle.
PS3.
La
There's Front Mission
Pucelle Tactics.
It's a fun game.
This is you might actually like this.
What do we got here?
What is that? Chaos
Chaos
Wars?
Wars.
Chaos Wars?
Chaos Wars.
Is
That's
that
interesting.
a tactical one?
Yes.
Okay.
Did I have like it's a sickness, I think. It's just these Kingdom Hearts. No one talks about Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is really good. Like I said, the Atelier series.
I would totally play a Silent Hill Tactics game if they ever made one.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Silent Hill
Any
Tactics game.
horror tactics game seems like it would be interesting. Did anybody play Persona 5 Tactica?
Yeah,
I haven't played it yet.
How much?
I haven't played it yet. I have
Yeah.
it. I have actually both on PS5 and on the Switch, just because it was on sale.
Yeah, I've got it on PS5, but I haven't played it yet. So what about, I mean, Fire Emblem games? Like, would you play all of them or only certain ones? What is that? Mana
one?
Chemia?
Is that
Mana?
Monocamia?
Yeah, no one ever talks about this one either.
I don't know anything
There we
about
go.
it.
Yeah, I
Vice
know
versa.
that one. I was thinking about that earlier,
Is
actually.
that one tactical?
It is
Yeah,
somewhat.
good music.
It's
Very
very
good
good music. Yeah, it's very good music.
That's a big thing for me
Uh,
when it comes to an RPG. If the soundtrack is wonky, I don't
What
know if
about the
I'll do it.
what about the Tactics Ogre re-release or whatever?
Tactics Ogre is
Reborn?
really good.
Never played those.
Here, you want another weird gothic-esque tactics one? Eternal Poison.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
that looked really cool.
That's very
That's
cool.
and that one is tactical, right?
Yes, yes. And then if you want to go anime, um, tactic with like little cheapy sprite BS and whatever it is, you can always play this one.
Inuyasha.
Inuyasha.
Okay.
Inuyasha and the Funeral
Inuyasha.
Mask.
Yeah, tactics there. That's cool.
Yeah, but
I've got
Tactics
Final. I've
ones.
got Final
What's that
Fantasy
one there, Vince? I
Tactics.
can't see it.
this is the Lion War. This is actually the definitive one. Hold on, let me see if I can get to go. This is the definitive one you want to play because
Oh,
they didn't
yes.
they didn't port
PSP.
they didn't port this version. So the one that we got on the PS5 and the re-release, the remake of this, they didn't take this stuff because this is the better translation. It has cutscenes in it. It doesn't have the the voice acted dialogue that's in the new one,
Mhm.
but this is the definitive version to play.
I think
It-
I read about that, or you told me about it, and that's why I decided not to get the PS5 remake or whatever.
Remake of it?
'Cause I was just like, well, why would I do that when this one is obviously better? I should just play it on my PSP emulator.
Right.
Makes
Or
sense.
yeah, I would. I mean, it
I
is
had the original. I had the PlayStation game when I had my PlayStation. Loved it, but yeah. So yeah, I need to play that. I never beat that one either. That's one I'd love to go back and actually beat.
yeah. War of the Lions is the subtitle.
War of the
for it.
Lions is the
Okay.
good one.
Yeah.
Um, Fire Emblem games. Do you have any favorites?
Not
Damn.
really. I mean, I like playing them, but I don't. It's not my go-to for tactical RPGs.
You still haven't played the Fire Emblem Switch game I sent you, have you?
No, not yet.
Engaged?
I'm going to now since I have time to play games that I can't install on my PS5 because I have it turned off. I mean, it's
Oh, hey, there you go.
so I will. I saw it turned off. I just it's unplugged from the internet.
Right.
When I heard about the blackout, I was like, you know what? I'm doing it right now. I'm not going to wait till this week. It's like that doesn't do anything. I'm going to do it right now.
Yeah, that's true.
You're only 2 years behind me, Vince. Mine is 2 years ahead. I bet it's just been sitting there,
Right.
totally offline, no PSN, no, just like anything I did online was totally on, Steam.
I'll
this whole time.
represent Jason right here.
Oh yeah,
Those
Fatal
are
Frame.
special type of RPGs. No, I'm kidding. But
Yeah.
They were good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jason and I love those games. So yeah,
oh,
I mean,
those are so good. I'm looking forward to getting into the remake one, Crimson Dawn as well.
yes.
But I'm
Yes,
gonna
and
do
then-
that after I'm done with the Mask of Lunar Eclipse. Oh, there we go.
Fear.
That's an interesting.
hate-
Okay,
hate
if
that
we're
one.
branching out now, I wanted to tell you guys I just picked up
Stop.
Gears
We need to
5
end this at some point, but yeah.
on Steam for like $7. So I don't know if any Gears of War fans here, but that was the cheapest I had seen Gears 5.
Oh, and then
This
I had to
guy
pick
right
it up.
here.
Yeah. With the Vince, if you
Arrow.
want it, it's on Steam. You can get the game of the year for $7
What do
right
we
now.
got here?
Okay,
Come on.
I'll look at that. I need to get that at some point. That's the
Yeah.
RPG. That's the only Gundam RPG that we've gotten in the US as far as I know.
Well, I.
Yeah.
Damn it. I don't know about that.
Well, here, you know what
Uh,
though? You know what is an RPG though?
Dragon Ball.
If you know,
This
you
what?
know. If you know, you know.
This wasn't.
Annoying stuff.
I didn't play that one, and I love Gundam Seed. That's actually my favorite incarnation of Gundam.
It's cool.
Seed's great. Double O is for me, but Seed was damn
me
good.
Gundam's
is,
another series
yeah.
like Pokemon for me. It's like I'm afraid to get into it because it's so massive. I don't even know where to start.
I'll
Yeah,
have to go.
Gundam's
I have to go look
huge.
for that game now because like I love Gundam Seed.
Yeah, there's Gundam
What
Seed
I
and
could just-
Destiny, I believe.
Yeah, and then there's 3 movies.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that part. Oh, I don't follow Gundam like I did with Macross. So,
Macros is very good. Here,
but
something
again, that's all
Dun,
that stuff.
dun, 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 dun.
We have to do a Robotech night sometime.
I
Oh,
have that.
Lancer, nice.
Yeah.
Lancer. I
Yeah.
actually have that on. I think I have that on digital on my PlayStation 4.
Yeah, that's on the PlayStation. Yeah, it's on the PlayStation.
You have that one with
Yeah.
the watch?
No,
No.
Did it
I don't
come with
think
the
so.
watch? Did it come? I think it did came with the watch.
Did we lose Vince?
Oh, off camera, maybe? I don't know. I might have set for a second.
Oh, he probably bumped his USB thing and lost video
Oh,
or
that's a
something.
possibility. What's this?
That's a Grow Lancer watch?
Yep.
Oh,
Wow.
cool.
Oh, that's cool.
When it comes to working design, I'm bad.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I'm
Honestly, they were so good with a lot of their games. So,
I'm like
I
really bad
do
with
not
working
blame you.
design.
and I love
What
the
was
fact that we still have
VFX?
some of them today.
Macross.
What is
oh,
that?
That's Macross.
Oh damn!
Let's go, Macross.
so this
What is
is
that? A PlayStation game?
PS1 Japanese. This game here has the YF-19 in it, and one of the levels that you can play is the that battle with the ghost in front of the Macross in Macross City.
Wow.
Ooh, nice.
I
That's
have
cool.
to, if some way, if I could find a way to play this online on a stream one time, I would. It's been so long since I played this, but yeah, like
It's probably got a fan translation, right?
I'm pretty sure it does.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah, you should play it in 4K on your computer on stream.
Here.
Vanguard
Nice.
Bandits.
And then-
Vanguard
with the
Bandits,
book.
yeah.
Is that another tactical one?
It's a pain in the ass, Wubs. Though I'll
Yeah.
be definitely honest with you.
Well, that's what
it
I've heard
does-
about the Tactics Ogre games.
There's no grinding in this, and when you go to level and you fight, I don't know if they're Guy that's from Escaflowne or whatnot, but I mean, it is a pain,
Hmm.
a pain
Okay.
to level up.
Oh, I think I know what you're. Yeah. I played it
So you got
a
the
long time
19,
ago.
the 21, the VF1 over there. Or on the
Very
side
cool.
Get me into the mood there, Ben.
there.
I love Robotech
Yeah.
or Macross.
Robotech is good. The tabletop game was excellent for Robotech.
Did you
True.
get that Blu-ray I sent you, Jason, of Robotech?
I didn't. Oh, I got the link, but I didn't buy it yet. But I'm
Mhm.
thinking of doing so.
Oh, that's what. If we're gonna, Vince, I'll show you. I'll be
I
right
was
back.
gonna
Yeah,
let
no
you
worries.
know. I did get it, and
I remember you
it's
saying
not-
you got it. Yeah.
it's not
Right?
a reskin. Like it's not upscale. It's like an original aired version of it that's been
Oh, so
I
they
guess,
just like.
upscaled. So it hasn't really been
Okay.
cleaned up at all. Like it's not
Ew.
it's not from a negative or anything. So like it's not amazing production quality, really. It
Yeah.
just looks like you're watching it on a really nice TV from the 80s.
In a minute, we can go ahead and wrap up at least the episode. That way, we're not recording anymore.
Yeah.
Sure.
Completely derailed from the
Yeah.
from the topic. But
Well, there was a couple of sprinkles like tabletop RPG, I guess.
oh yeah. No, you're not wrong. There's some good stuff.
Yeah,
there.
this is this Robotech. This has all
Yeah.
Oh,
85
okay.
episodes there, but I don't
Wow.
know if it's from what you're saying, the Blu-ray isn't quite as good as what you were hoping.
Yeah, I mean the way it looks to me, I'm pretty sure it was just they took a scan that was broadcast at some point, but it's not like they didn't clean up the film at all.
So
That's an
the new one that they just released a couple of years ago, that actually is a good transfer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because that same transfer that's on the disc is also the one that's on Crunchyroll.
Okay. Well, it's probably better than the link I sent then. I think what I sent you, maybe it's just more of a, I don't know. I mean, the steelbook's really nice, but yeah, maybe the video isn't so good.
Everyone, let us know down below what your favorite RPG and your memories are of playing RPGs. What was your favorite console? And tell us if we're wrong or what you enjoyed about the conversation. And we'll catch you next episode. Thanks, guys, for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, everyone.
Peace out.
Cheers.